So today we are going to have some idea about the measurement in quantum mechanics. So that we will learn through expectation values. Okay. So we are going to have some new ideas. Okay. So expectation values means it is known to you. It is nothing but another name for average values. So that is a technical word is uh, you forget about average. Now onwards you tell only expectation value. So it is the average value, no doubt. Okay. So we know that the consider an electron around the nucleus. So this is the nucleus. So electron is going around the nucleus. Okay. So we know that even though electron is a particle, there is a de Broglie wave associated with the particle. So the electron actually should move like this. Even though it is a circle, if circle is valid when it is a particle, but due to its wave nature, electron should go like this. There is a wave. When electron moves around the nucleus, there is a wave. Okay. So suppose you are measuring the radius of the or the distance from the nucleus of the electron or the position of the electron. Suppose you are measuring the position of the electron. Okay. So sometimes you will get a value. So what is the average value of this path? It is the circle. This is the circle. Average value is the circle. That is what we normally do in classical mechanics. Okay, circle is the average value, but you can see that sometimes the value goes over the circle, sometimes the value goes under the circle, like that. Okay. So whenever you measure the position of the electron, what happens is sometimes you get suppose this is the hydrogen atom, then H2 atom, then I told you this radius is almost 0.5 angstrom. Okay, 0.5 angstrom radius. So sometimes you will get a value higher than 0.5 angstrom. Sometimes you will get a value lower than 0.5 angstrom. Due to this wave nature of electron, when you measure the radius of the hydrogen atom or the position of the electron, you will get a value less than 0.5 and greater than 0.5. Sometimes you get 0.5. You cannot say. Suppose when you measure, if the particle is at this point, you will exactly get 0.5. The particle is at this point, exactly you will not get exact value. You will get a lower value. If the particle is here, when you measuring the radius, if the particle is here, you get a higher value. Okay. So what can we actually do to get the exact value? Okay. It is not in our control. Electron is moving around we cannot stop the electron and measure. So if electron is moving, when electron is moving, we have to measure. So there is a probability, there is a chance for getting higher value and lower value than 0.5 angstrom in the case of hydrogen atom. In other atoms, it is different, slightly higher radius. Okay. So the only option is we have to take you have to go for large number of measurements and take average. That is the only option. You go for large number of measurements, you take average, then you get the average value or expectation value, which is the 0.5 angstrom. Okay. So when there is an uncertainty in the value, in any value, this is usually statistics people usually do. Whenever they go for some data collection, they will uh, they will take the data maximum number of times, and always they will take the average, mean value, or the standard deviation value, like that, variance, then standard deviation, then mode, like that. They have some many parameters for measuring the particular data. Okay, so we also have to do the same thing. Statistics we have to apply. Take so what is the idea? What I told you, go for large number of measurements. Sometimes you will get exact value. If the electron is at exactly at this point, you will get 0.5 angstrom, no doubt. But we are not sure whether the electron is at this point or this point or this point. So safe method is you go for large number of measurements and take the average. Okay. So in quantum mechanics or in advanced statistics, we say that instead of average, we say that is the expectation value. Okay, expectation value. So what is the formula of taking average? Average is usually you write it as like this, x bar. In statistics, not in quantum mechanics. Statistics, you write this one as x bar is sum over I fi xi divided by sum over I fi. This is the formula for average or mean, finding the mean of the measurements. You are measuring xi, and fi is the frequency of measurement. How many times you measured xi? Okay. So sum over fi is nothing but the total number of observation, total number of measurements. Sum over fi equal to capital N, which is the total number of measurements. So this is the formula, sum over I fi xi divided by N is the formula, usual formula for finding the average value. Similarly, in quantum mechanics, we denote this expectation value by angular brace x. This is known as expectation value. So you learn the new terminology, expectation value. So its representation is angular brace. So this is equal to in the same way we should get a similar expression for expectation value. Okay. So either you can, in the case of continuous variable, we are using, instead of summation, discrete summation, we are using integration. Okay. So summation is used when values are discrete. So this is the usual thing you have to do in statistics to find the mean value of a variable x. Variable is x. Fi is the number of occurrence of xi. Okay. Similar, this way you can find the average height of the male, average height of the female, average height weight of the male, average weight of the female, like that. Many things you can find, and these averages will have some implication also. That is the average value. So average value of a person is some What is the height of the average value of male? Some 5 feet, 5.5 feet, or 5 feet and 8 inch. Whatever it is, that is the average height of the a male. And anything far away from the average, we will treat it as some anomalies, extreme values. Okay. So if you find a male, a person with some 8 feet, that is an anomaly. And in the world record, Guinness record, you can see that such persons are there. Rarely you can see such persons, but such persons are very difficult to live. They have some many limitations. They cannot even walk. They will struggle always. Okay. So again, the very low height, like Pakru, Guinness Pakru, that is also an anomaly. So deviations from average is an anomaly. That is the usual concept. So average is the most probable value. Many people have the average height. That is the meaning of the average. Okay. So similarly, so this have many implications. That is what I am telling. Many importance is there for finding the average. So similarly, we are in quantum mechanics. We usually write the average. We will not tell as an average, but it is the same thing. But we tell it as expectation value. So expectation value of x is nothing but, instead of summation, we use integration. Okay, because here it is all are continuous variables, whatever be its position or momentum or anything, these are continuous variables, not discrete variables. So we are using integration, and this sum over fi. Actually, the sum over fi is I will tell sum over sum over I fi. So sum over fi is, you can actually, what is total number of measurements? This you can relate with the total probability. Okay, total probability, or you can relate with the sum over fi. So sum over fi is equivalent to nothing but integral. We know what is psi. Psi is the probability amplitude, and psi star psi is the probability density into volume, or what is the variable dx, that is the probability, and integrate over probability, that is the total probability. So the sum over I fi, you can write it as total probability. Total probability means you are measuring more probable. Total probability is the total number of measurements. So you can correlate the sum over fi, that is total number of measurements, n equal to sum over fi, that is nothing but integral psi star psi dx. So this is total probability. Total probability, actually when you measure variable, actually total probability is divided among each values. So for example, probability for measuring a less value, probability for getting an exact value, probability for getting a higher value, like that. Probability is actually divided among different values. So total number of measurements you can correlate with the probability, total probability, or normalization. This is the idea. Okay. So if this idea is accepted, you can write this expression as integral integral over some variable that we will write later. What is the limits, we will write it later. Then psi star psi, but we are measuring x, so we write the x here, psi star psi dx. Okay, so we write the x at the middle. What variable you are measuring, that you write in the middle of psi star and psi. We can later show that then only this is meaningful. If you write x on the left or x on the right, that becomes meaningless. Okay, so actually you are measuring a dynamical variable, so in the denominator also the same thing, integral psi star psi dx. This is the expression for expectation value. Is that clear? Expectation value of some variable equal to integral psi star x psi dx divided by integral psi star psi dx. Actually, we have already I have already told you that the dynamical variables in quantum mechanics is represented by an operator. I will state this again later when we dealing with the postulates in quantum mechanics. But I have already shown you energy operator is IH cross dou by dou t. Momentum operator is P equal to minus IH cross dou by dou x. So these are dynamical variables. Energy and momentum are dynamical variables which we are going to measure or which we are going to predict using the equation of motion. So these are the dynamical variables. These variables actually characterizes the evolving system. We should know these values and we should predict these values in future. These will be the values for the system in future after some time. Okay. So actually these dynamical variables are represented by operators. So actually even position is a dynamical variable, that is also an operator. In quantum mechanics all these are operators. So I have to put an x operator, a cap for x. So here also I have to put a cap. Okay, so this is the very important formula in the measurement of quantum mechanics. So in quantum mechanics, usually you measure the expectation values. Okay, normally a single measurement may not give you exact value. Single measurement in quantum mechanics is not encouraged. Always we should go for large number of measurements, take the average or find the expectation value. Okay, so this is very important idea, the expectation value of an operator. And one more thing is that this see the denominator. So actually you see that these are integral psi star psi dx. So it is x bar. X operator. But they does not cancel like that. In the numerator is independently you have to evaluate. Denominator also you have to independently evaluate. Then you divide. Then only you get the expectation value. Actually, if you consider the dimensions, here only x remains, x and x. All other dimensions cancels. So this is dimensionally also this is true. And one more thing you have to take care is that if the wave function is normalized, if psi is normalized, denominator is 1. Okay, integral psi star psi dx equal to 1. So you don't have to write the denominator. In the case of normalized wave function, expectation value, or I can now let me generalize this expression not only for position, any quantity. If you want to measure anything, let me call it f of x. Let it be f of x. Okay. So integral psi star f of x psi dx divided by, actually this is, if it is normalized, then this is 1. You don't have to write the denominator if wave function is normalized. Or if it is not normalized, you have to write integral psi star psi dx. So if this is normalized, this is 1. Okay, only if psi is normalized, denominator is 1. So you can skip the denominator. Only numerator, or if you write like this, that is the expectation value. So I can show that this f should be in the middle. If you write the variable or operator on the left side or right side, you have 3 options actually. You can write this variable either to the left or at the middle or at the right. So the other 2 cases are meaningless. You can show that. I am not showing now, but we can show that only if you write this variable or operator or function in the middle of psi star and psi, then only this is meaningful. This expression is meaningful. Okay. So this is a new idea for you. So learn that idea. This is the expectation value of an operator. This is actually you are measuring in quantum mechanics. You are measuring expectation value. Okay. So I will write, suppose you are measuring the, now we know that we have already learned that P operator is minus IH cross dou by dou x, or I can say Px equal to minus IH cross dou by dou x. Also, E operator is IH cross dou by dou t. So you can find the expectation value of P and expectation value of E. Okay. So what is expectation value of P? P operator is integral psi star then minus IH cross dou by dou x. So this is Px psi dx divided by psi star psi dx, or if that is normalized, then you can skip that. Okay. Similarly, if expectation value of E, energy operator, expectation value of energy operator is integral psi star IH cross dou by dou t psi dx. Okay. So this is at this point you have to, so anything you can measure in quantum mechanics like this. You take the expectation values. You means you go for large number of measurements taking average. At this point you have to remember what I once I when I defined the wave function, I told you that wave function is like mother. Okay, so all the information is contained in the wave function. That is why it is complex. Okay, wave function contains many information. If many information contained in a single quantity, that is a complex thing. That should be complex. It is not like a classical variable. If m is for a mass, that contains only one information, mass of the particle. But wave function contains many informations, all the information about the system actually. So that is what I told you. If you want to measure the momentum, you need the help of wave function. See, psi is here, here and here. Okay, wave function is, you need a wave function. Is that clear? Without the help of wave function, you cannot measure anything. It is not possible to measure without the help of wave function. So actually you are measuring P, you need a wave function on both sides, psi star and psi. When you measure E, energy or position or any other quantity, you need the help of wave function. Only with the help of wave function, you get the value of a quantum mechanical variable. Okay, is that clear? We need the help of, that is what I told earlier. Whatever be the you are measuring, you need the help of wave function. Wave function contain all the information about the particle or about the system. Okay. Now I will tell about eigenvalues also. Eigenvalues. Usually it will be asked to compare expectation values and eigenvalues. Okay. Sometimes the system is in the eigenstate. Eigenstate means system is in the characteristic state. Okay, so this I will discuss later, but I will give some clue now. I think you know the eigenvalue equation. Eigenvalue equation is like this: Ax equal to lambda x. Maybe you have studied in the mathematics. Maybe you have studied in mathematics. Ax equal to lambda x. A is in the matrix or matrix mechanics or linear algebra. So A is the square matrix and x is a column vector. Lambda is the eigenvalues. Okay, so this is the eigenvalue equation. So in a similar way, there is an eigenvalue equation also in quantum mechanics. Okay, so I will tell you in the case of if the system is in the eigenstate, that I will explain later. Okay, if the system is in the eigenstate, then a single measurement will give you the exact value in quantum mechanics also. You don't have to go for large number of measurements. But we don't know whether system is in the eigenstate or not. That is another problem. So this is conditionally I am saying if the system is in the eigenstate, then a single measurement can give you the eigenvalues or which the exact values. Single measurement will give you the eigenvalues, exact values. Like in even in classical mechanics, we usually you single measurement is nobody supporting. In the laboratory, you are always doing some three readings and take the average. So every measurements averaging is a useful concept. Okay. So these are the new ideas. Now we have to do some problems in regarding the expectation values. So that I am postponed to